All right, y'all, when it comes to Medicare Part D, which is prescription drug coverage, there are a ton of questions. It's probably the most confusing part of Medicare. So I'm here to break down some of the things that are standard on each plan. First, let's understand that Medicare Part D, the rules are provided by the government. However, the plans themselves are provided by the insurance companies. So there are some guardrails they need to stay with. However, they have flexibility to change certain factors. Let's dive into it. All right, let's focus on the numbers and what is required by Medicare plans. So number one, Medicare sets the deductible, the max allowable. So a plan cannot exceed the maximum allowable deductible set by CMS for the given year. In 2024, that's $545. In 2025, that'll be $590. So you will not find a drug plan that has a deductible higher than those numbers. However, you could find those plans that have lower and even zero drug deductible. Second are your stages of coverage and the thresholds to get there. So as of 2024, there are 4 stages of drug coverage. Number 1 is that deductible stage. Number 2 is initial coverage. Once the deductible is met, you go into the initial coverage stage until your retail costs reach the initial coverage limit, which in 2024 is $5,030. Once that limit is reached, the beneficiary will go into the coverage gap where you'll pay 25% coinsurance on most medications until you reach the catastrophic coverage threshold, which is $8,000 of true out-of-pocket costs, which is your cost plus what the drug manufacturers discount towards those brand name medications. And then after that, you'll pay zero in the catastrophic coverage stage the rest of the year. So those thresholds and dollar amounts are the same on every plan. The next part of these Part D plans that's regulated by the government and is the same across plans is the 6 protected drug classes. So every Medicare Part D plan must include almost all drugs in these 6 protected classes. And what are those 6 protected classes? We have antidepressants, antipsychotics, anticonvulsions, antiretrovirals, immunosuppressants for transplant rejection, and antineoplastics, which include many oral chemotherapies. And as for the rest of the therapeutic classes, every plan is required to cover at least 2 drugs in every therapeutic category, although exactly which drugs those are and the tier they're on and the cost on each plan can vary from plan to plan. Now, just because these protections are in place, it does not mean the plans have no flexibility in terms of what the cost sharing is. So plans can certainly change the drug tier, perhaps making something a specialty or a tier 5 drug to increase the cost sharing of the member. Additionally, they can use tools to manage the costs, including prior authorization and step therapy. And finally, under certain circumstances, the plan can actually remove certain drugs from the formulary, as well as to replace brand names with generics.